Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I have another Hamilton that I'd like to share with you.
9 years ago, I filmed my first Khaki King, and back then they were only about $400. And I loved that watch so much that I went out and bought one. Even with its flaws, it was an amazing, affordable sport watch. So, fast forward to today, 9 years later, Hamilton updates the Khaki Field King, and I think it's still one of the very top options out there in the affordable side of the watch market even with its flaws. Yes, this still has flaws, but I would argue it's a little bit better than the prior version that captured my own imagination nearly a decade ago. Thanks to Saltzman's Watches for lending in this recent release for me to present. Saltzman's is a family owned AD in Rhode Island. They have a big selection of Hamilton in addition to Tissot and Oris, Breitling, Tag Heuer, a number of awesome brands. And they've given my viewers a discount code. So if you're shopping Hamilton, if you're shopping any of the brands that Saltzman's carries, definitely take advantage of that discount code. I've linked it in the description. So what makes this new Khaki King so good, and how is it different from the older generation? Well, what makes it so good is the combination of originality, size, and specs, all for an attainable price. It's just a recipe for success. It has good finishing, it has great wrist presence, and it has solid movement specifications. It's a very versatile watch from a once American company. Now, Hamilton simplified the dial, they improved the water resistance, they slightly improved the lume, and they expanded the dial color options. The last generation had a very full looking dial with a mix of textures, a mix of fonts, a mix of indexing. This one adds the H logo, but it simplifies the indexing and it's printed on top of a simple sunray finish. And this blue is bright, it's saturated, and I think it is gorgeous. This really stands out. It shines, especially in conjunction with the light reflectivity of the polished bezel. Now, inside the case is the H40 caliber. It's an ETA-made caliber with movement architecture from the 2824. It has the day complication added. It beats at 3 hertz. It has 25 joules, and it has over 3 days of power reserve with a value of 80 hours. It also has a Nivicron hairspring. Hamilton says that this balance spring is anti-magnetic and reduces the effects of temperature changes and shocks. You can view the caliber behind a display case back. And honestly, it does not have a beautiful finish. It's pretty bare bones in that department, but I love that you can see this movement. Bear in mind, this is an entry-level watch. It's an entry into the world of quality automatic Swiss watches. So for the price, this is awesome, and I'm not going to complain. But where I will complain, it comes down to two things. Hamilton refreshing this model, they had a golden opportunity to improve the King in a big way, but unfortunately, they fumbled it with not improving the lume, at least not very much, and not reducing the distracting reflections on this sapphire crystal. X1 grade superluminova has kind of become the industry standard. The Arabic markers here are not lumed. The last generation had loomed, Arabic markers. They weren't great lume, but at least it was loomed. Here, only the small hour plots are loomed, and that's a mistake. That was a cost-cutting move, pure and simple, and I think it was the wrong move. Now, the lack of effective ARC, it might be a deal breaker for some. I think Hamilton placed a layer on the underside of the sapphire, but it barely does anything. This watch, unfortunately, is hard to read at times, especially when you're outside in natural light. And what kind of a watch collector wants to, buy a hard-to-read field watch? At-a-glance legibility should be one of the selling points of a field watch, and this lacks in that area. So big fail there in those two areas. I get that the brand wants to hit an entry-level price point. I do think that's very important. And yes, this watch is among my top 3 suggestions for an awesome buy well under 1K, but with just a little bit more added cost the watch could be a lot better and still fall under or close to $1,000. Let me know what you think about that. Or do you think I'm being a bit unfair here? Now, this new Khaki King comes in this beautiful blue. It comes in black and it comes in sunray olive. And I really want to see that sunray olive in person or in the metal. I think it might be the best of the bunch just from the pictures that I've seen online. But all three options are available on leather as shown or on a oyster style bracelet. The retail price is $795, and if you spend $50 more, you can get the bracelet. And I like the look of the strap more than the bracelet, which I didn't think I would say that because I'm generally a bracelet guy, but the brown really complements the blue, and it just feels, I don't know, more like a field watch. But please be aware, if you have 7.3-inch wrists or larger, the leather will barely fit you and you'll have to get a longer length strap. But in summation, the price is well under $1,000 and you can usually always get a nice discount with Hamilton. So these watches are just solid options for around $600, $700. And I love Hamilton. I love the brand history. I love the original designs. I love the value for money. I think this is a legit quality watch that would make a great first nice watch for someone, or just a fun, affordable addition to any seasoned watch collector's rotation. This can hold its own. Just like I was impressed with the Khaki King 9 years ago, I still love this watch. This watch is still impressive to me, and I think the subtle changes are impactful. I just wished that Hamilton would have taken those subtle changes just a couple steps farther. But in closing, let me give you a sneak peek of another recent Hamilton release. This one is even more value packed, and I'm frankly surprised that Hamilton has priced it where they did. Think Longines Hydro Conquest in terms of value, but at a lot lower price point. This is a true GMT, and all of the failings of the Khaki King are addressed here in this Khaki Navy Scuba GMT. So all the links are listed below. Please take advantage of my discount code with Saltzmans. No, I don't get a commission. This is just a nice discount that this family-owned authorized dealer put together for my viewers. Reach out with questions. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you again in another watch video.